Alright, today we're going to start with foundation. As usual, I'm going to be using my Prescriptives Virtual Skin. It's popping on the back of my hand. My color is Real Cream. However, I have to mix it with a little bit of moisturizer because it's a little bit too orange based for me. And since Prescriptives doesn't have any other counters open anymore, I kind of have to just stick with this one, and most of the time it works out well for me, but now that it's getting to the winter months and I'm not going to be out in the sun very much, not that I ever was before, but my skin's going to get even less pigmentation to it. So, now the sort of stippling onto the skin with a brush, that is really good for people who suffer from acne or a tremendous amount of breakouts, because anytime you put friction onto the face and it's constant, anything like bacteria, any sort of material, foreign material, can get into the pores. And when that happens, that's going to cause a pimple or a breakout. So when you just stipple very lightly, and it takes a long time to do that to get a nice even finish, but that way you kind of have less of a chance of, causing an outbreak if you suffer from that. Don't bother trying to get your base completely finished at this point, because you're probably going to have to go back and make some little changes, little fixes. I'm going to go in with a MAC, it's a paint pot. Forget what product I'm using. This is Constructivist Paintpot from MAC. Get it really close. You guys can see it's kind of a bronzy brown, and it's not really showing it very well, but it has a lot of red in it. It's a beautiful color. I'm going to start by pushing this next to the lash line. Now, if you saw my previous video with the Benefit Creaseless Cream eyeshadow and strut, I'm going to use basically the same technique. These set very quickly, so you have to work pretty quick. So no going, I'm going to do part this eye, then this eye. You need to work on the same eye. There's not a lot of room for mistake with it, so work in very small sections and blend as quick as you possibly can. Now, as you can see, I'm just building this color and very slowly blending it. And I'm going to blend this all the way up to the brow, but make sure it's faded so you get that nice haziness. So as you can see, I'm kind of just working that product. Let's give that eye a little bit of a break. Start with the other one. Okay, the blending is pretty much done. Now, I'm really particular about blending. My eyes never seem to be completely even, and that drives me nuts. But I really find with any cream product like this that sets, I can't get the blending completely even. One's maybe a little bit blended more than another. So to rectify that, I'm going to use two powder eyeshadows. I'm going to use Omega, which is right here, and then Copperplate. And right where that seam is, I don't know if you guys can see where you can tell my blending has stopped. I'm going right over that and bringing it the rest up to the brow. Now this is a very, very full-on look. It's very saturated. The entire look is going to be about the eyes. If you don't want this type of look where the whole eye is pretty much eyeshadow, you could just stop it right here, right where the crease is, and just put a different color there. Make it a classic, highlight, middle color, darkest color. You can pretty much make different variations of this look. And I think I may just put a highlight in, just to chuck it in for why not. Because I am going out of the house after this. So I don't want to be too ostentatious. Vanilla, it's this color. I'll use that as a highlight. Put this underneath the lower lash line. build slowly. It's always easier to add more product than to blend it away. Alright, now we're going to put a little bit more drama into the eyes. I'm going to use Blacktied, which is that black one you see right there. It has a silver sparkle through it, but it doesn't show up on the eye. I don't even know why it's there. But whatever. I'm going to outer corner along the lash line. Blend that outward. This is a really nice technique for people who have very round eyes and you want to make them more almond shaped. My eyes are extremely round and I would like smaller eyes that are more cat-like. We always want what we don't have, right ladies? But just by putting that emphasis on that outer corner and then blending it up and outward, it's going to raise that side of the eye. So it makes it appear it's a little bit more almond shaped. And mascara today is going to be the L'Oreal new Voluminous Millions lashes. It's in the gold tube. I don't really know how I feel about this yet. I was really excited to get it, and when I first tried it, I was kind of a little bit let down by it. But I haven't used it for that long to really give it a fair chance. You could never see my lashes, ever. Any of these videos. I don't know why. Alright, now I'm going to take a little bit of a gel liner. This is Blacktrack Fluidline from MAC, and this is a tiny little brush from Coastal Scents. Lower waterline. Now since I've gotten contacts, this has become a little bit of a challenge. I find that sometimes when I do this, I can find gunk or makeup on my contact at the end of the day. But, you know, it just, the saline solution or whatever is in the contact solution just cleans it off. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, same thing, upper waterline now. I find it so much easier to do this when my lashes have been curled. I can just see right up underneath there, get in onto that ridge. This look I think needs some contour, so I'm going to take, first off, this is Rose Gold from Stila. I'm going to first apply this to the cheek. I'm going to take, this is just a pressed powder from L'Oreal. It's color C4. It's very cool tone, very ashy. Place that into the hollow of the cheek. Bring it down to the corner of the mouth. Now I'm going to blend it up. Alright, and for blusher, I'm going to use a little bit of Cubic from MAC. And there you have it, full on saturated eyes. Very, very fall winter look. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you later.